so you can have the rest of the night off. Great, I guess I'd better go on everyone else's body clocks then. I'll be in my room if you need me. I'm no close to figuring out who's behind the brain goo, but there are a few folks acting suspicious. I wonder what would happen if I didn't talk to any of them. That's an interesting point. Do you need to talk to everyone? Is that what constitutes the patrol, or could you just skate by without talking to anyone? It might just be dark humor, a coping mechanism, but it sounds like some of these guys are fine with gruesome shit happening to innocent people. I mean, it's not like there isn't plenty of gruesome shit happening to innocent people out there already, but that doesn't excuse kidnapping people and collecting brain goo. First thing tomorrow, I'm gonna find out who it is. Good evening, ladies and gents. Mindy's here, wishing you all a pleasant and fulfilling evening, pushing the boundaries of occult science with little regard for ethic or consequence. Oh, shut up. Don't tell me she does this every night. And now everyone's favourite part of the show, Mindy's Muse, giving you cheerful and uplifting stories from around the world. Uplifting in the sense that it reminds people that our precious little university isn't actually a bastion of liquid shit and human suffering compared to the rest of the world. At least, not the worst one. Firstly, there have been reports of sightings in rural Russian villages of a strange new supernatural species, described as bipedal humanoid constructs roughly 15 feet tall, with skin made of thin, clear glass. Strangely, these glass men appear to be stuffed with loose, random human organs, extremities, and entrails that all appear to be working correctly. Open hearts beat, unconnected intestines masticate, severed hands wriggle their little fingers. These creatures will wander silently into local villages, take a person's hand, and walk back to the forest, with people too petrified to protest. Our local Miskatonic correspondent Dave Chumley ends his report form in the personal notes section with, oh god, this is the freakiest shit, oh god, she just walked away with it, oh god, one of them has a fetus in his head, oh god, it's breathing, get me the fuck out of here. Hilarious. And if you think trained Miskatonic operators being frightened like tiny babies by walking lunchboxes is fun, reports from Paris state that the latest operation to clear the so-called void from the catacombs of Paris have ended in disaster. Oh my god. Wow. Well, okay. Oh yeah, that god the peanut butter girl worships. Shit's bizarre. Why did they need to have her in her underwear? The only survivor of the 14-man operation has said that the void once again crept into the minds of the agents, stating that the three that turned their shotguns on themselves turned out to be the lucky ones. He went on to describe the deaths of the other 10 men to our university liaison in what can only be described as a puppeted trance, including bashing their heads against catacomb walls, tearing their eyes out and filling the sockets with gunpowder, and simply chewing the flesh off each other's faces. Until, in a hollow voice, he told the liaison, "Don't come back." He then proceeded to swan dive out of the French headquarters' second-story building onto the concrete below. And from the other side of the world, there have been reports from New Zealand of a new supernatural insect infecting the populace. Right, the earwig thing. Heard those guys joking about it. I guess she's not going to stop talking about creepy bullshit. Might as well try and sleep through it. The creature seems to carry no physically debilitating illnesses, but while pupating in the victim's ear, victims is missing the apostrophe, will generate the muffled sounds of screaming and brutality, making victims believe that their neighbours are viciously attacking each other. Thousands of people have already been murdered in an attempt to save imaginary spouses from imaginary violence. Local Miskatonic correspondent Sasha the Basher Coombs had this to say: "Just kill her already, I just want to sleep." Ah, Sasha, silly bollocks. There is no her, and talk like that gets you a visit from the Miskatonic's in-house sensitivity trainer. I think basically every single person we've encountered, including Charlotte, needs a visit from that person. She tried to sensitivity train me once back when you were allowed to flirt at work. I had never done it before, but the cute lad from the literature department said he was uncomfortable when I sat opposite him with a bowl of spaghetti, stared at him and screamed, "This could be us," before throwing my head down into the meal. That would have worked in England. I don't know what I'd do if a young lady came up and did that to me. Long story short, sensitivity training can suck my spaghetti. Huh. Man, I still feel the branding iron on my back. The ice water hosing, the bloody speech. "This'll learn you not to be insensitive," she guffaws, whipping hot, dry dock chains against my dangling, broken body. Might as well call it a corpse, the damage on it. Still taste blood at the thought of it. that might be somebody else's. Wow. So anyway, that's why I'm convinced the giraffes are from another dimension, and that concludes Mindy's Muse. We went a little over the time slot, but that's okay. This has been Mindy in the Morning signing off for the evening. Good morning, Miskatonic. It's your angelic little ball of adorable Mindy in the Morning, bringing you all the morning announcements from across campus. 8 goddamn hours. Firstly, students of the creative writing teacher Mr. Chitrigzu have a day off, as Mr. Chitrigzu yesterday accidentally wrote his name in blood-drip parchment and subsequently opened a nexus to his cadaverous homeworld, swallowing the entire post office. The post office, of course, being rife with blood and parchment. Secondly, a reminder to students and faculty in the biology department that the revolvers held in the wall-mounted glass cases are for suicide purposes only. Don't try to be a hero when little Susie slashes herself with the rage virus. Let her do it herself, or let the security teams take care of her. My god, this is going on a while. The turnover rate is high enough already, and our woodworking teachers are complaining about the amount of coffin projects that they have their students working on. The security team is there to die, so you don't have to. Ah, thanks. Dick. Finally, thank god, our Argentinian outpost has delivered to us a genuine Shoggoth brain. Much to the delight of Dr. Thirst Valentine, the brain has been sent to the Corporeum, and testing will begin today. This has been your favourite morning radio host, Mindy in the Morning, with the Miskatonic morning announcements. Jesus. Ah, hello, Charlotte. You are needed in the Corporeum, we? Oh, okay, I'll be there in a second. Thanks, Marie. Alright, time to head to the Corporeum. But the investigation's still on, so I gotta keep an eye out for mischief. Oh wow, a lot of people here. Hello again? Can you believe it? An actual Shoggoth brain! How'd they finally get hold of one? I heard the engineering department has been developing some sort of acid rifle. Genius, really.
I can't wait to see the look on old Valentine's face.
Man, they seem excited. Eerily excited. This is what we've been working towards for decades, a genuine Shoggoth brain. There's so many questions we'll finally be able to answer. It's the start of a new global renaissance. And we're all here to see the genesis of it. This is so exciting. What's the big deal? Can't go anywhere else, gotta go back in. Gotta go in, sorry. Huh, so this is it. Oops. Ooh. Kinda unassuming for all the commotion outside. Yup, this is a Shoggoth brain, or more accurately an organ we like to call a sentience mesh. It's the one solid organ Shoggoths possess, a sort of webbing that dictates its actions and behaviour. After a cursory analysis I can confirm that it is in fact made entirely of primordial ooze. Primordial ooze? What's that? It's a viscous liquid, orange in colour when pure, that is the base ingredient of all life on Earth. Every plant and animal on this planet was created by the manipulation of primordial ooze that is orange in colour, hint hint. It's incredibly difficult to find pure samples, but with this sentience mesh we should be able to get a firmer grasp on how primordial ooze works. And to do that, I'd like you to use your eyes on it. My eyes? Sure, I guess. Okay, that's something. It's changed. Ah, I didn't expect that. Astonishing. Charlotte, please take this report to Avery Marr. I believe he's in the library. Wait, what does this mean? Am I manipulating the brain goo? Am I some sort of psychic wizard or occult halfling? It's too early to start making assumptions, but if ours are correct, it's a very exciting time for the Miskatonic and all of humanity. Well, I better go find Avery then. Did you catch that, Charlotte? Yes, I did, other Charlotte. Is that a reference to Archer? Primordial ooze. Viscous, orange, hard to come by my ass. Motherfuckers have been stealing primordial ooze from people's brains and stockpiling it. But why? Why was the first test to see if my eyes affected it? Shit's getting intriguing. By the way, phenomenal acting on your part, Charlotte. Thank you, other Charlotte. Hard to keep a smile going when you've half cracked a case. For now, I better go find Avery and give him the report. Lay low, try to learn what I can about primordial ooze. Maybe she'll be able to close Carlson's face hole, or give Redler new arms. Oh, Redler, is that, The girl with the snake arms. Or fix my chronic fear of commitment. Well, let's not wish for miracles just yet, huh? Fixing mutations? I always heard that once you're mutated, you're mutated. Is it something to do with primordial ooze? I'm guessing it's occult stem cells. Don't laugh at that, I thought it was a decent idea. Do you think the Elder Things had a plan for us? No. Almost by definition in the Cthulhu mythos, there is no plan. I mean, we are the smartest creatures on Earth, right? Oh, okay, so she's just wrong. They wanted us to carry on their scientific research. That must be it. Why else would we be here? Elder Things? What the hell are Elder Things? Curious and more curious, this goofy bullshit's starting to pile up. I kind of feel like it would anyway, even if you didn't have an investigation. You just walk around and hear all of this random shit and be like, yeah, probably something going on here. Ah. Hey, Emily, have you seen Avery around? I got a report to give him. Lulu. Well, thanks anyway. Where is he? Guess I'll take a seat. Maybe he'll be back in a minute. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, Vicky. Where's your little wormy fellas? Oh, one's baking an elaborately tiered, non-Euclidean Rellelian tentacle cake for an executive brunch. You know, I recently found out what the term non-Euclidean actually means, and it's essentially Euclidean geometry is the geometry of sort of the world. So something non-Euclidean doesn't follow the laws of real geometry, I think is how it works. I could be wrong. What about the other one? Moral support. Baking a cake isn't really a torso-driven task, so I can wander around for the dumb bits. I love it. I love her idea. The idea behind her. And somebody did sort of point out that you can sort of see through her dress in a couple of places, which is a bit odd now that I do notice it. Are you sure you can trust those wormy things with such a delicate little task? Won't they fuck it up or eat all the icing or whatever? Not if they don't want to kick up the arse. What are you hanging around here for? Didn't you hear about the Shoggoth brain? Yeah, I'm looking for Avery. I got a report to give him. Oh, I saw him at the main entrance. You'll find him there. Ah, thanks, Vicky. I'll go check it out. Hello, Vicky. Ah, there you are, Avery. I got a report on the Shoggoth brain for you. Okay, I didn't think that he was... I'm not at all keeping track of characters' names. At all. Like, I guess that Redlow was Vicky based on the whole regrow her arms thing, but I think the girl with the white hair and all the tentacles is Many Embers or something, but I'm not keeping track of names. Groovy, huh? I used my magic eyeballs on it and it warped into, like, some weird mouth thing. What does it mean? Well, it's mostly about documenting the effects of outside influence on primordial ooze. Not so much about your eyes. It turns out that ooze samples seem packed with something akin to neural impulses, creating a sort of rudimentary intelligence that warps its physical properties to better match its environment. Of course, the effect is much more profound when the ooze is exposed to open air, hence the heavily mutagenic atmosphere, but it explains a lot about the slow evolution of species on Earth. I'm not sure I'm following this. If I had to guess, I would say your eyes emit some trace amount of magic that only communicates with raw ooze, which is why the samples change so rapidly. Huh. I guess that's why I mess with people's brains sometimes. 'Cause of the brain goo. Wait, what do you mean, hence the heavily mutagenic atmosphere? The air in New England has primordial ooze in it? Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, that was how bad. After the second expedition to Antarctica a couple decades ago, the Miskatonic discovered that the Elder Things use primordial ooze to create all life on Earth. They brought back about a swimming pool's worth of it for testing, but didn't know it reacts to literally everything. It evaporated into the air, creating the atmosphere New England has today. And since the Miskatonic has the government by the balls, they decided not to evacuate New England, instead using the opportunity to observe the ooze's mutational properties on the unaware citizens, which, I might add, furthered the progress of occult medicine by 200 years. Not bad, huh? What the fuck is an Elder Thing? An intergalactic alien race. There are quite a few of them in the Cthulhu mythos. Oh, duh. Maria in the Corporeum can tell you more about them. Thanks for the report, Charlotte. Okay. I'll go find her then. See you around. Oh. This is an elder thing. Or, at least, a drawing of one, oui? Supernatural Dissection Summation 0003 Elder Things. The Elder Things were the first extraterrestrial species to come to Earth approximately 1 billion years ago, first colonizing a then tropical Antarctica, and... Hang on, I've heard of these. I have heard of these. Is that the Yadians? Or the Yithians? I don't know, I still get those confused. But in the research for my Cthulhu RPG, which went very well, by the way, I read about this tropical Antarctica, and expanding across the planet from there, able to live both on land and underwater, the Elder Things were incredibly versatile and a technologically advanced species. A lot of the alien races are in this, bringing with them the primary ingredient of all life on Earth, primordial ooze. Except plant life, presumably there is a tropical Antarctica, as well as all life on Earth. The Elder Things were the creators of a servitor race known as Shoggoths. Oh yes, they were the ones who made the Shoggoths. Okay, no, they are just the Elder Things. I must have just read about them when I was reading about the Shoggoths. It is thought that Shoggoths were created to perform menial and laborious tasks for the Elder Things, using hypnotherapy to command them. The last living Elder Things were discovered during the Star Weather Moor expedition of 1920, and were seen moulding primordial ooze in an attempt to create new Shoggoths and resume their lives in Antarctica. The Elder Things subsequently committed suicide upon noticing Lizzie of Dunwich drowning themselves in their lake of primordial ooze. So even those aren't immune to the horror of Lizzie. I thought it was just humans. Oh no, humans get the cerebral voiding, but everybody, sees her. But the dogs don't commit suicide. So the dogs can see her and they just sort of get scared. Why did Elder Things commit suicide? Large quantities of primordial ooze samples have been taken since the Starkweather Moor expedition, and the university continues to find new sources of raw ooze in nature and physiology. After the 1922 mutagenic outbreak, no sources of primordial ooze should ever enter the atmosphere of the outside world. And let's just hope she doesn't read all of that out again. Elder Things were a race of alien scientists that came to Earth roughly 1 billion years ago. With their tough hides and nimble tentacle appendages, they could live both on land and underwater. Looks like an evil carrot. Are there any good carrots? Oui, they have radial symmetry rather than the bilateral symmetry of us Earthlings, much like a carrot. But with them, they brought primordial ooze, the base ingredient of all life on Earth. Unlocking the secrets of primordial ooze and how to safely manipulate it could bring about a new world, one without hunger, or with the ability to create a species dedicated to working for us, or possibly to jumpstart the next stage in human evolution. Exciting, oui? Or accidentally mutating everyone in the tri-state area. Oui! If we are able to control the mutagenic properties, we could not only fix the people of New England, but let them design themselves to their preferences. Longer legs, bluer eyes, we could even do something about your giant bum. Okay, yes, thank you, bye. So, primordial ooze is responsible for everyone's mutations. I can mess with primordial ooze with my eyeballs, and it's the university's fault that the New England atmosphere is so effed. Huh, I wonder if I can snag a sample of ooze from the Corporium. No doubt they got a jar or two. Run my own experiments on it, see if I can control it a little. Either way, I got a bad feeling about this. Shit's seeming evil.
What gave it away?
How the hell do you do that?
I dunno. I'll tell you what though, the dismount don't half play havoc with my jiggle jogglers.
What? Oh, look at that expression, that's so cute.
So what's all this muttering about evil, my lovey?
Oh, just some stuff I learned about the university gave me a bad feeling. Feel like there's some evil going on, you know?
Charlotte, my sweet, when you die in some daft experiment, they're going to chop you up and feed you to me. They aren't exactly pillars of moral integrity, mate.
Yeah, but that's, recycling.
And an ongoing experiment they're running on us to see if eating people makes people crazy. Spoiler alert, you gotta be crazy to eat people.
It's when all this science stuff starts hurting folks outside, that's what I feel weird about. The mutagenic atmosphere is a university experiment they effed up, and now New England's all screwy because of it. That's not fair, right?
Let's you and me run away together then.
No. What?
Yeah, we'll go back to England, you'll hunt monsters for a living, and I'll be your darling wifey in a polka dot dress, cooking roast beef in a pea green oven. You can do the whole pipe and slippers thing like a proper American husband. Rough day at work, covered in blood and claw wounds, kick your shoes off, 12-bore shotgun in the umbrella stand, dinner at 6, bed by 11, dead by 80. Proper traditional.
That actually sounds like fun.
Yep, and don't you feel better with a little exit strategy? Back in London we called it a fuck it. Just a little plan we all dream up for when shit gets slightly too awful. Helps us through the day. I call it the oh shit protocol.
That brought me to the oh shit protocol.
Oh
yeah, I do kind of feel better. Thanks, Annie.
Not a problem, me lovey. Just give me a day's notice if you ever want to escape the country, and we'll be on a boat by breakfast. I actually kind of really do want them to do that. Just because I love them together, they're fantastic.
Oh, hey, your brother works in the Caporium, right? Do you think he could sneak me a sample of primordial ooze?
I'll have it on your desk before you know it.
Thanks, Annie, I owe you one.
I'll hold you to that on the honeymoon.
Welp, with Annie swiping a sample for me, I better do a quick patrol to keep up appearances, then go back to my room to do my experiment. And that is all for now. I'll be back soon with more Miskatonic, still bloody loving it, it's back on track. And I will catch you later.